Hello and welcome to CM Software, and this is a short tutorial just to take you through the core finance aspects of the database. The first thing you need to do is to click on this button, as you need to assign whether the children are to be invoiced by way of payment plan or whether, I'll just click save, or whether by auto method. So for test purposes, I'm just going to assign 2 children to pay plan, and the rest of the run has been set to invoice method 2. As you can see down here with the automatic tick buttons, you do not have to be going manually through each individual child to assign them. You then click on this button and you click on create. Now the first thing that you need to do is you need to set up the from and to dates together with your payment due. Coming down to this one, I'm going to set it up for a year's worth of payments. You don't have to think of any charges, and it's all color coded to help. If you have a look up here, you can see that the morning session is £20 per week and that the afternoon session is £27.50. Down here it could be that you want to add additional charges. Vegan meals, they cost you a little bit more to produce, and it could be that you want to offer a refund because they bring their own fruit, and save, and that is the invoice generated. You click on this button to generate your invoice, and as you can see it is fully transparent to include additional charges and reasons, and also for refund. This button here will show you that the payment or the invoice has been issued. This is a receipt if you feel so inclined to issue receipts. As far as I'm aware, most clubs don't, but the option is there should you wish to do so. I'm now going to create more invoices under the payment plan scheme, and you can see how simple it is. You click save and you click duplicate, and then all you have to do is make a change to the dates. It's as simple as that. Now I'm just going to go back to the first one because it's closer to save, and you click duplicate and you move on to March. And you just keep saving and duplicating for as many invoices as you would like to generate up front. I'm doing it quite far in advance just so that there's data in there for you to see. And save, and this one can be May, and this is where I'll stop. And save. So now if you come over to this button, you can just double check that you've got January, February, March, April and May all generated. If you wish to, you can double click and payment will automatically be assigned within this form. Now because this is a tutorial, I've already set up another child on the pay plan and created the invoices for them. So if you click on this one, you can see that all children are included. This means that instead of going into each respective child on a one-on-one basis, you can open up this form, this one, and it will show all children in the setting that have been issued with pay plan invoices, so that you can very simply just go and find their name and double click to save fully paid. This is a form that shows all payments that have been made by this particular child. This form would allow you to select given dates to show. It could be for, say, tax credit purposes. I'll go to 1-4. And it will generate just the invoices that have been paid within those given dates. And that is invoice 1 method pay plan. I will now take you through invoice method 2, which will be applied to all of the children that have been ticked within the auto run column. The first thing you need to do for invoice method 2 is to move over to here and to decide what invoice run dates you're going to have. So I've done it from the 30th of March through to the 1st. So it's a 5-week run that I've done. And I've made a note to say that payment is no later than the 10th. Within this area, this green box here, this information will show additional on the invoice. So you could remind parents, if you like, of what your penalty charges are. You then click Save and Update. You then move through to this form and we're going to click on this button. It's always a good rule of thumb to click this button first to make sure there's no outstanding invoices. And then you click on one, which will generate a new one, and you can go back through. You can see within this method there tend to be most, if not all, children on it, which could be quite a substantial number. So if you click this button, it will automatically tick all the children's invoices as being invoiced within this method. Now you can see that this child is a sibling, and so they get a reduction of £2.75. It could well be that they were late picking the child up for one time, so let's late collect and save. You then click on this form, this button, and it will take you through to the maths. So it will show you how many weeks are being invoiced, additional charges and refunds, and what the invoiced amount has now become. You click on this button and it will automatically generate a fully transparent invoice. And we then close. So that's all the invoices generated and they're out. We are now going to set up in readiness for when those payments come back in. So you open up this form and you tick this button, and you can see that it corresponds exactly to the children that have been invoiced. You simply copy across the payments that is showing as being invoiced so that you can mark them as paid when the monies come in. And done. So this form has all been set up. We now close and we wait. As soon as you feel that the payments have started to come in, or a few have come in, and you now wish to make a record of who's paid and what, click on this button, you go back into this form, and it's a very simple case of just double click and it will automatically assign an invoice as fully paid. If a partial payment was made, I would suggest that you maybe put a record over here just to remind you that a partial payment has been made, and it's only when full payment is made that you then double click and issue it as fully paid. And exactly the same as payment plan, you've got your reports that will show you how many payments have been made, and you can issue a report to show payments made within given dates. And that is payment plan and invoice method 2 very quickly and briefly shown. There will be a separate tutorial shown for any anomalies that can come forward within an invoice run. For example, that there are partial days within a period. This will be covered separately. Thank you for watching.